Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Jen.
With
Something with Jen.
not taglines.
With Jen.
Oh.
Juggling with Jen.
I was just telling Cass, hi, everybody. Juggling
Can't
with Jen.
remember.
I can't remember the last time we recorded because
It's been a while.
I've been a little espresso depresso in this winter,
know.
and I just
hate that.
haven't been in the mood.
You know what? I was in the shower this morning. Okay, first of all, TMI, I'm totally going to get my period. And so it's
Sorry,
like...
male listeners.
Yeah, it's like that is like the worst time, right?
Yeah.
I could cry at the drop of a dime.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It
It's
is the
so
worst.
terrible. God, the shit we go through as women. Anyways.
I have to say, I have not gone through anything since my surgery.
No, yeah,
so.
you've been doing really good.
So
yeah.
good.
And I feel like last year I kept myself out of the winter blues pretty good.
You did.
Right?
You did.
We talked about it a couple times.
Yep.
Like I was like, I'm not having a manic episode.
Yep.
And this year I can feel it again. I'm
I'm struggling.
Today, the weather, Chicagoland weather, so nice.
Did help.
It was so nice.
Was it 49 by you?
Because we had our 10 a.m. meeting. I went out to the car, and I think it was 46
nice.
or something.
That's nice. That's practically spring here.
44, 46. On the way over here, it was 44 still, and it's dark out. But I have to tell you, on the way over here, it was just turning dusk.
And it's 5:35.
Yes.
5:40.
And I'm driving. And holy shit, 2 deer ran in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's that time of day, you can't see them, right?
No.
So I'm like this, is there any more? You can't see them.
There's a
so
whole family
scared.
that lives in between us.
Yes.
When we were on our way to go see you at that bar,
Yeah.
I bet 7 or 8
Really?
crossed the road. Yep. And they were little itty bitty guys, too.
Stop.
Oh, yeah. It's a family.
And then I'm behind 3 cars. And the speed limit's 45, which, we're doing 55, 60.
Yeah.
We were doing 35, and I'm thinking, I bet more deer were running out in front. They kept slamming on their brakes, and I was like, they're either drunk or there's more deer.
Yeah. I have deer PTSD.
I do too.
Yeah, from when we hit last October,
Yes.
Steve and I hit, I don't even know, 10 grand, 13 grand worth,
easy, yeah.
worth of damage to
Yeah.
his truck. Thank goodness we were in his truck. It was a big deer.
Yeah.
And I do, every time I see a little motion, I'm like, oh,
Ooh.
I'm always breaking.
I always think I see
I am
shit
now
in
that
the
one that goes
bushes.
really slow on
Yeah.
the farm roads because I'm so scared.
Me too.
You do get PTSD
know,
from it. You
I
just
know.
First of all, you don't want to kill anything.
Right. I would
intentionally.
feel awful.
Yeah. and you
Especially
just-
this week, I'd be like, woo.
Right. Yeah, I don't get any of that anymore. Now when I get mad, it's for real.
Yeah.
It's like a real mad.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody just
crazy.
rolls their eyes.
What else? Oh, I was laughing at the gas station this morning.
Why?
So I walk in, and they know me pretty good at the gas station. I stop there quite often in the morning for gas and smokes, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. So generally when I walk in, it's just recently been happening where they're already walking to grab my smokes, And I was like, oh, wow, I never thought I was that important that people would
Absolutely
remember
are.
me,
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're training this new girl. So I see the one register says cash only. So I walk over to the other register, and I see the girl that was at the cash only register is already grabbing my smokes. You know?
Nice.
And they're training this new girl at the regular register. So I walk up and I'm like, hey, good morning. And there's 3 girls there, and 2 are my normals. You know?
Yeah.
And the new girl, oh, what can I get for you? I said, oh, she's grabbing them. I said, but I don't have cash, so I came to you, And the girl behind her, that's my regular, she goes, holy shit, somebody can read. I go, well, you see, I also work retail. They were all laughing.
That's awesome.
So hopefully I made their day. They made mine.
Absolutely. I'm sure you did. You
That's
make
funny.
everybody's day no
I
matter
try,
what. Even if
you
you didn't
know?
read the sign, you still would have
Yeah.
made their day.
I don't
Speaking of signs.
Yes.
And billboards.
Signs everywhere. Signs. Nobody reads them, but they're still signs.
Our favorite store director told me that once. He was like, how are you going to let everybody know that you have punchkis for sale? And I said, well, I can put a sign out. And he goes, signs everywhere. There's signs. He's like, no, don't do that.
You need to make balloon art.
Out. Yes. I need you to paint a picture of a punchki.
I just need you to stand there and say, punchki here.
I texted you and Bestie today.
Yeah.
And I said, why are all the lawyer billboards so cheesy?
And what did I say? Lerner and Rowe is a lawyer for you. 522 or wait, 222 2222. It was easier to type it. But it was immediately what popped in my head.
There's a few people singing it with
so
you right
funny.
now.
Yeah, you know what? And I feel like those guys are across the country. I feel like I've seen their billboards in other states too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, by the way.
Well, because you're not going to get them. You're going to get, somebody that
right.
works for them is going to represent you, you know? So
they must have it in different.
Yeah. I feel like in Vegas, I saw that billboard.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. They've been around a long time.
I haven't been in Vegas in a long time.
I wonder if the guys on the billboards are models or if they're truly the lawyers.
Okay. So I remember my neighbor was like, that one guy that's on all the commercials, he lives in Vegas. I've seen him before. Like, I've seen him out before, and he's a really nice guy, and he has this beautiful wife, and blah, blah, blah. And so he was on the billboard. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. But I feel like the people are like, I got the biggest check in the world. That's, like, probably an actor.
That reminds me of Florida. Those billboards in Florida are...
Injured? Call us.
Yeah, so-and-so got me $1.8 million. And then there's one that's, when you get closer to the highway, then they've won even more. $3.3 million and $5 million.
Okay, what about the ones when you're driving into Chicago down 90? Okay, anybody driving past O'Hare Airport... Never have a bad hair day.
There are so
Brian
many.
Urlacher is every 40 feet on a billboard with hair now.
And it's what? Hair for men? Or what is it?
I don't even know.
Oh, what?
I don't even know. Hair restoration. I don't even know.
He's been that spokesperson since
he retired.
He retired, yeah.
I was like, dude, you always looked good bald. I didn't think you looked bad bald. It was weird the first time those went up to see him with hair.
Yeah.
I was so used to seeing him without hair.
Yeah, absolutely. Now if I see him bald, I would be thrown off.
Yeah. I'd be like, who is that guy? Who is that grandpa?
Yeah, because it says, welcome to O'Hare Airport, like you said. That's so funny.
Yes.
Yep. Hair, restore hair. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the other big one.
tackles balding.
Yes. The other one that's big right there is Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's.
Yes.
They have ones like every, like it's like you read it and it, like 4 of them make a sentence with a different breakfast sandwich or drink on them. Yeah. Yeah.
They have one billboard for Urlacher that says Breaking Bald.
Yeah. You know, and I feel like that only works in Chicago.
Right.
They're only what blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What are their bill
Am I rubbing off on you? That's the way I talk.
What are their billboards in other states? Like who's on their other ones in other states, you know?
Right. Like who else needs restored hair?
Yeah. Because I mean, I feel like Urlacher was a pretty popular player on the Bears, but not everybody knows him. And he's retired, so does the younger generation even know who that is?
I'm going to throw this out there. They throw Rock up there for a restore hair. I will go to the place.
Or Joe Rogan. Yeah. Because they've been bald for so long.
Right.
But we saw The Rock with hair, right? When he first started.
I feel like we've seen Joe Rogan with hair, too, when he was on the island or what was the
Fear Factor?
Yeah, Fear Factor, yeah.
And he was also on a show called Talk Radio.
Yes.
And he had hair in that too. And it's funny because he was like talking, I think Joe was talking to The Rock about their hair. And they were both talking about like watching like their hair throughout their lifetime. And Joe was like, yeah, that's where I was in denial that I was going bald.
Oh, so they both truly went bald and then they shave it all?
They shave it all. Yeah. I miss The Rock with hair. He had good hair back in the day.
You know who has the worst hair I've ever seen?
Who?
It's a very specific show called The Sister Wives.
Okay, I have never
People
watched
hate that show because of the husband.
I've never watched that show.
Because he's a narcissistic pig.
But his hair, I have seen plenty of memes with them.
It is horrible. He has like a bald band. So picture like putting a headband on, but his headband is the bald part. He's just got the island in the front that he keeps long. So many people comment on the hair.
It reminds me of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Little bit. Yes,
right?
Little bit.
Like
but
he was
a good guy. This guy from Sister Wives, nobody likes him.
So it's okay
and if you like him, you're wrong. So yeah, we need to talk shit about him. Dog the Bounty Hunter, he does good deeds. We can't make fun of that.
All right.
But yes, very similar.
What about the Hulk? Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Terry, right?
Oh, my God. It is Terry.
It's Terry, right? He used to come tanning at the salon that I worked at a long time ago.
Okay.
Terry. What the heck was his? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know his real name, but I do know his first name is Terry.
Yeah.
But his hair is fake now. Like, it's just under his headband.
Yes.
Like those hats, you can buy those visor hats that have hair on them.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Do you know who does that is... I lost his name. I was going to say Bon Jovi. It's not Bon Jovi. He had his own show, and it was like to date all the women. Oh, come on.
To date.
I had it in my head, and then I just looked up.
Axl Rose.
Yeah.
Rose. Love Rose. Axl Love. What the hell is his name?
Why do I do this? It's because I started typing in Hulk Hogan's real name, which is Terry, and it's Bollea, maybe Bollea. I forgot that. I just know it's Terry because I always just say hi, Terry, but... What's the other guy's name with the...
You said hi, Terry, to Hulk Hogan. My mom
that's how he
would be so jealous.
Uh-oh.
She loved... We've talked about this before. She loved Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Because we used to get the honeycomb cereal, and it came with posters of the WWE guys in it, or whatever it was on WWF or whatever. And, oh, my God, Hulk Hogan hung in our cabinet forever. Mom, are you jealous? Meredith used to see Hulk Hogan all
Who wears
the
a
time.
bandana with fake hair?
Come on, it's Axl Rose, no? What's his name? Isn't it from... What is that band? I'm so bad with 80s bands.
Come
I hate
on.
them
As soon
all.
as I see it, you could be right. But I feel like it's Bret Michaels. It's Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels.
Oh, my God.
What band is he in, though?
Poison.
But who sings Every Rose Has Its Thorn? Is that him?
Yeah.
Because that's who I was picturing.
That was my first tape. Poison. It's their iconic band.
Oh, God.
Released in 1988. I was like 2.
I was like, no, wait a damn minute. I wasn't even born yet.
I wonder how many people listen to our conversations. They just yell
God.
at it like,
I'm
Bret
sure.
Michaels, Poison.
Sorry, guys. We can never think.
Oh, gosh. Brianna, she'll give me a hard time.
I'm really good when I'm not behind the microphone. I can come up with these facts
I'm not good
like
ever.
nothing.
I'm not good ever.
Put a microphone in front of me and I'm like, I can't remember.
So I was, of course, ChatGPT is looking
Love
up
it.
things for us, right? And I said, we're going to, okay, listen to this first of all. I start a brand new chat. I'm actually logged in as Anxiety Makes Me Poop.
Okay.
At gmail.com. That's how you do for ChatGPT. And I put podcast recording tonight with an exclamation mark. I like to talk to myself on ChatGPT. And I said, we're going to talk about funny billboards and why lawyer ones are so cheesy. And it said, that sounds like such a fun and relatable topic for you and Cassandra.
Oh, ew. I don't like, he used my government name too? Sick.
I almost lost it.
Oh, my God.
I was like, okay.
Oh, it knows too much. Oh, it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Me too. I looked at my
Stop
what?
it, ChatGPT.
And it says, funny billboards and cheesy lawyer ads are pure gold for a podcast episode.
Oh, my gosh.
And then it says, here's some talking points. I love that it says that. But anyways, it says, why are lawyer billboards so cheesy? It said the use of over-the-top slogans like, hurt in a car? Call JR.
Yes, absolutely.
And it does talk about, which is what we talked about this morning, dramatic poses and awkward photo shoots. Like their arms are crossed. They're looking stern. They have that weird cheesy smile that like they're not smiling with their eyes. They're only smiling with their mouth.
Right.
It goes across, right? And then it's like the obsession of rhymes, puns, vanity, phone numbers like 1-800-GOT-HURT. She's looking up something, folks.
Okay, wait, yes.
Go ahead. That was the pause. She's thinking I didn't want to keep talking.
I was thinking every time I drive into Wisconsin, there is one guy, and it's Nicolette Law. Nicolette Law. We're local, and we love it. Injured, get Nicolette. What's this one? Yeah. It's all of them. And then, like, he'll be like, because he's a cartoon in them. He's a cartoon head.
Speaking of bald.
He's bald.
He's bald with sunglasses and a goatee and a beard.
Yep. And, like, sometimes he'll be, like, in the woods, you know, because it's like you're in Wisconsin in the woods. So he's got to have trees on his billboard, you know. Oh, my God.
Does it show what he really looks like?
Look at what he really looks like. That does not look like him. No.
He looks like, oh, gosh, who does he look like? Oh, man.
He kind of looks like an Amish guy. No, like, I'm not being mean. Like, Amish guys are cool. Oh, my God, look at him with no beard. Bald with no beard.
Yeah, he doesn't look like his, what was that, avatar?
Emoji,
Bitmoji, whatever.
Anyways, Nicolette, we love you.
Yeah, we see
Wisconsin.
you all the time going up to Wisconsin.
Yeah. Love your billboards.
So it says memorable billboard fails are actually ones that have typos, but they leave them, or unfortunate placement, and it makes you remember that something's on an angle.
Yeah.
You know, or something, they're next to something totally unrelated, like you just said he was next to a tree.
Yeah.
Or an unintentional double meaning.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example.
Well, we're depending on who's reading it, it can go either way.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I am when people say things and I'm like, oh, that sounds dirty. You know what I mean? In my mind, and then I think to myself, why did I go that way?
Don't say anything. We're not thinking of it that way.
And then
you know which one creeps me out? There's one on Route 12. I don't know, wherever you get on Lake Cook Road and Route 12. It's near there. Or maybe it's not. I could totally be lying because I drive that road all the time, so I never, you know. Anyways, it's Get Wet in 1 Week, and it's a pool builder, and it's a guy floating on a floaty with his legs, like, bent up, and the foot hangs off of the top.
Oh, wow.
Like, his foot is, like, sticking off of the top, and I don't like that.
It's like, what would that, 3D, 2D? I don't know. Something crazy, right?
It's creepy that his foot's hanging off.
Okay, now I'm remembering a billboard on 94 that it went to the other side. Like, it was like, oh, what was it? Oh, my gosh. I don't know what it was, but it always made me look a couple times like, I wonder how much that cost to, like, actually have, like, an extra layer on there. Because billboards are expensive.
And you think, like, could you imagine doing that job? Putting those up?
I've seen people up there.
Like panels, right? That they put up. So to have that extra thing hanging off of it or whatever, like, how do you even reach the top? Then you got to climb up higher? The hell?
Yeah, I don't know. It just said, are you planning to add a little segment where you and Cassandra brainstorm your own funny and cheesy billboard ideas? It's wild, this ChatGPT.
What would our Clopen billboard be?
I don't know.
It would be our logo.
I just said the Clopen gals are basically famous. Like, when I asked our followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
So traditional billboards in Chicago, how does it know? Traditional billboards typically range from $2,000 to $10,000 for a 4-week period.
Oh my gosh.
And that's from, I got to get my glasses on to tell you what that's from if you want to look up more. VCOutdoor.com.
$2,000 to $10,000 for 4 weeks.
And then digital billboards, which we see a lot. Like, you know, the Mega Millions, Powerball, they have the numbers. Those could be just even double, if not more than that. And, of course, it all depends on location and demand, high traffic areas.
I thought the digital ones were genius because then you could gather so much money.
Yeah.
Like, we'll flash it for 5 seconds every 3 minutes, and you pay us $12,000.
Yeah.
You know, like,
incredible.
That is crazy.
Now, I have a question. I see a lot of billboards on farms going to Cincinnati, driving to Cincinnati. Who's getting that money? They're probably renting the land,
farm
right?
owner,
Yeah,
I would guess. That's just like if you get a cell phone tower built on your property, they pay you rent to keep it there. You know?
Yeah, right. Who owns the billboard? I'm so curious. This was just kind of a one-off. We were like, let's talk about this. And
I just want to say, though, the ones that I usually see in the cornfields are like super God ones. Like,
some
Jesus
on the
Christ
way to Indiana,
is our Savior
especially.
and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like, I feel like they put it up for their, for their local church or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it says if a billboard is on a farm, the ownership and rights are usually handled through a lease agreement between the landowner, the farmer, and a billboard company.
Yeah.
So the billboard company, it's owned and maintained by the large advertising company, like Clear Channel.
Yeah.
Or Lamar Advertising. That's a big one around here, LAMAR, and Outfront Media. And then these companies lease space on the land from the farmer to place their billboard.
Yeah.
So even if they get 10%, that's not bad for just having it on your land,
Heck
right?
yeah.
You got to cut around it, but whatever.
Who cares?
And then the landowner rights, it says the farmer or landowner still owns the land but grants the billboard company the right to use a portion of it for structure. And then the landowner usually gets paid monthly or an annual lease pay, which is like $500 to $1,000 a month, depending on location and traffic.
Nice.
Of course. I mean, hey,
you get a nice little $12,000 check for the year.
Yeah, to have a sign up.
Good Lord.
And then in some cases, there's private ownership, and the farmer could do their own, which might be the ones that you were just talking about on the way to Indiana. They build and maintain them themselves.
Yeah.
And this allows control to what's advertised and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, you see, I feel, I don't know. I don't drive. Obviously, we live in rural areas out here. But I don't feel like people put a lot of stuff in their yard, like signage-wise. Mm-hmm. We used to have that one guy that had... It was like free leaves, come rake your own. Yeah. He would always put funny stuff up, and then he stopped.
The one on the hill?
Yes.
Yes.
And I feel like people said that, like, people complained about it and stuff, and, like, what a bunch of Sally Marys. Like, get over it.
He had that up for a long time.
Long time. And he would change it every once in a while.
They were clever,
and you'd be like,
thought.
oh, my God, there's a new sign up.
Yes, I always remember, like, oh, yay.
Yeah, but when you get, like, real... rural areas like all cornfields, like you see a lot of political signs.
Sure.
And people go all out for that. They decorate them with lights and all sorts of stuff.
How about the one that's on the way to Lake Geneva over here, and it's the big. Have you seen that? I mean, it is like the size of a bus.
Stop.
And it's 3D. It's not even like a billboard. It's literally a sign of rocks that are carved out that says, 2025 and who they're voting for. We're not going to bring politics into this podcast, but you know what I'm saying. And it sits there. It's huge.
Oh, it's wild.
Legal restrictions for billboard placement is subject to local zoning laws and state federal regulations. So just don't go throw up a billboard somewhere.
No.
Make sure the Highway Beautification Act is involved, which governs billboard placements along highways.
And don't go graffitiing nobody's.
Yeah, try not to. Be nice about that. Come on now.
Yeah.
So I asked it if there was any, funny ones that it remembers. And Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning has one that's called, do you know?
No.
Your Wife is Hot.
Oh. For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
So it's Your Wife is Hot. Time to get your AC fixed. That's very playful.
That is
says
funny.
To grab attention while promoting their air conditioning services.
Yeah.
Again, cheesy. We care, and it's Pierre and Pierre Lawyers. It's literally just says we care alongside the firm's name. And it's been noted to have its straightforward yet memorable approach.
Out. Well, you know what? I mean, I feel like it's a weird time now, right? Because all the jingles I've been singing, those were from TV commercials.
Yes.
And who watches those anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. We do. I love Tubi. I've always talked about Tubi, which, since we're on commercial advertising, who remembers Super Bowl last year, the Tubi commercial where it made it look like somebody changed the channel, right? I've been seeing TikToks of memories of it.
That's awesome.
And they're like, I have PTSD of my husband screaming at me, where's the remote?
Oh, my.
You must have sat on the remote.
That's awesome.
And do you know where you can find the Super Bowl this year? On Tubi.
Wow.
For free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They did it last year.
And there's usually one that hits.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. But anyways, I was going to say Tubi is a free streaming service, right?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of shows, movies, whatever. All the commercials that are on there are pretty local. It's local car dealerships, local restaurants, local car wash.
That's pretty neat, actually.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool because then I'm assuming it can't be that expensive as compared to a national TV commercial.
Sure.
But, you pay maybe $10,000 a year and they'll show your commercial this amount of times in your area.
Wow, that's neat.
So,
and you probably pick here in McHenry County,
and that just makes me love Tubi even more,
Wow, that's really very cool.
Yeah.
The next one says alcohol. It's cheaper than therapy. And that's Lee's Discount Liquor.
I feel like I haven't seen any alcohol advertisements in a long time. Well, I guess maybe commercials on TV for Bud Light, Miller Lite. But I don't think I've seen a billboard for like a liquor store or anything in a really long time.
Yeah. What's the other billboard? See, now they billboards work. It says billboards work.
Yep.
What's the one that coming back from the city, coming home, it says, I hate Steven Slisler? Or what,
yes.
Or what is that one? What is that one?
I do not know. And
is it a diamond company? I hate Steven.
I've wanted to Google it, and I never remember when I get home because, of course, I'm not going to do it when I drive.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it means. I hate Steven Singer is a marketing campaign slogan used by Steven Singer Jewelers. It is jeweler.
It's a jeweler?
I don't know why I even thought it would. Maybe I looked it up once before.
Probably. You probably Googled it.
Meaning that the other jewelers in the industry dislike him. So it's like he's quoting somebody.
Boy. I thought it was
he's perceived as doing things differently and often undercutting competitors with his pricing and customer-centric approach.
I thought it was like a Christian band or something.
I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, someone is really pissed. It worked. Because then I remembered it.
I have seen
Who'd you piss off? I was just thinking a bitch behind it.
I have seen that
spending $10,000 just to tell people
shit.
she didn't like him.
And she used his credit card to pay for it.
Definitely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Our husbands better watch out.
This one's called slothpunchclub.com. It's a mysterious advertisement, and it's intrigued with its randomness because people have to look up the website to know what it even means. Slothpunchclub.com. I'm sorry if it's something... It's
vulgar.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hold on,
you
let
look
me
it up.
check
It's a mysterious. You look it up.
I don't even know if I want that in my search history.
I know. Don't do it yet. We'll let you know, everybody. Slothpunchclub.com.
Club.
Is it like slow punch, right? It means like maybe slow punch. I don't know. Sloth Punch Club.
Okay, so.
She's giving a face. I think I just had her look up something not so great.
So the first thing is the Daily Dot, like. Oh, it says, did you mean Sloth Lay Punch Club? Lay Punch Club?
I don't know.
The first rule of Sloth Punch Club, you have to earn the URL.
Oh, boy.
What is this? Dallas copywriter Matt Bull is giving away the URL to whomever comes up with the best idea for the site.
Oh, wow.
What?
Department of Persuasion.
Okay.
It's your domain to do with as you please, anything at all. It could be an online graphic. I still wouldn't look it up, folks.
So in one of the weirdest stories to come up in custom sneakers, and a Timmy Ham, a.k.a. Sloth, won the giveaway of slothpunchclub.com, according to adweek.com. Copywriter and branding expert Matt Bull was given the opportunity of a free billboard by Clear Channel, which we talked about.
We just talked about.
And it was placed in Dallas, Texas, after one of his clients' projects went viral. Keeping it anything from normal, Bull chose to use the billboard to promote a giveaway of the domain slothpunchclub.com to whomever could think of the best use of the web address. Despite many entries of the word fate comes to mind as Sloth entered his design brand based on custom painted vans, sneakers, and artistic t-shirt graphics. Huh.
Wow. Interesting.
Create a pair of shoes every month featuring a sloth punching something and give them away. Each member of the exclusive Sloth Punch Club also gets to choose exactly what the target of the Sloth's fist will be on the next pair.
Oh my
God, that is so cool. So he took it. He said, well, I'll just paint Sloth's punching shit.
That's awesome. Wow. That's really a cool story.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's awesome. I think you would know, and you would be able to duck if a sloth was going to punch you. They're so cute and slow.
Unless you're another sloth.
That's very true. That's very true. Oh, how do we even continue on after that story? That was fantastic. But the next one is, ever try arguing with a woman, and it's a serious injury lawyer. That's
like a
controversial. I don't know. It says free first meeting, aiming to catch attention through a provocative statement. Ooh.
Free first meeting, but it's an AA meeting.
Maybe. Maybe.
They get you to show up.
Man, we got two more. This next one says, because two wrongs don't make a right, and right lawyers are WRI.
Oh,
cheesy.
Silly.
Because two wrongs don't make a right.
Silly, but I bet it works.
Right and right lawyers.
Right and
with
right.
doubles. Double U's with double doubles. Batman Law Firm is Christopher Batman, attorney at law.
His name is Batman.
Christopher Batman uses his unique surname to his advantage with the Batman Law Firm Billboard, adding a heroic twist to legal advertising.
I wonder if anybody's changed their name like that to like Batman or Superman or whatever, just
know.
so they could advertise better.
Let's find out if he's real. I think he's probably real, though.
You think so?
Yeah, probably as real as Sloth Punch Club, which is now the name of this episode. You know how many hits we're gonna get?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It says contact Christopher Batman.
That's wild.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Whose
cool.
last name is Batman? Guess it's better than
Batman's last name wasn't even
Guano.
Batman.
Yeah, right? The hell? Guess his first name was Bat and his last name was Man. Because we don't know who he is.
Oh.
Anyways.
That's all I got.
That's it.
Well, okay, so.
Oh.
I'm sorry, one more thing.
Yes.
You get a free billboard for a year or even a month. Even a month.
Yeah.
And it's to describe you and who you are to get to maybe get more friends.
Ew.
Just kidding. No. What would you use it for? What would you you're like, oh no.
Ew, for me? For me?
What would you use a billboard for? Someone just said you just want a month supply of a advertisement. What would you do?
Oh God. Well, I would probably advertise a podcast, obviously. But if I didn't have
what if
the podcast?
What if you didn't have the podcast?
If I didn't have
I almost
the podcast,
feel like that's a given for me too, but
I would probably try to think of something clever to put on it, right?
And just
like waste it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would not use it for good. I would not use it for evil. I would just use it for humor.
Yeah.
You know, I would try to make people laugh.
Sure.
You know, like look at this billboard and then I don't know, it's a butt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot there. I have to think about that one. What would you do?
As you're talking, jeez. All right, calm it down, Meredith. I'm not even drinking. It's water. Clearly, I'm dehydrated. It's been a long day. I was just thinking about that while you were talking.
Yeah.
And I really don't know. Like, outside of the podcasts or any books or anything else that I've done, I don't know.
Just be like a cute picture of you and the family, and you're like, we are nice people.
Yeah. Be like us, right? We don't
be kind. Rewind.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what it is? Happy Lunar New Year.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Yes.
When was Paul on? Was that 2 years ago already or 3 years already?
I think 3.
Wait, what's the date today?
We're
almost celebrating 4 years.
Stop.
It's February soon.
Yeah.
I mean, except for that, it feels like January 74th, but that's all right.
Oh, God, don't bring it up again.
Yeah, we're almost celebrating 4 years. We might have to do a little bit of a giveaway.
We might have to get a billboard.
We might have to get a billboard. We might have to get a billboard. I think everyone should donate money to us. We need $10,000 for a billboard.
Easy.
In McHenry County. Easy. 10,000 easy.
Easy.
More if you want us up all year.
Well, we want to be right next to Urlacher and his hair.
Oh, but that's probably more expensive. Let's just keep it in McHenry County.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because then we get to drive past it and look at ourselves.
Ew.
And say we're basically famous.
If it was on 90, I could pretend I didn't see it. But if it's like right in town, I'm going to be like, fuck.
Come on, Roxy can take some good pictures. We'll be all right. We're due anyways for some new pictures.
Yeah, we are. Oh, that's funny.
Springtime.
Anyways.
Well, thanks for listening,
Go
everybody.
donate to us.
Go donate to us.
Don't you want to look at our lovely faces every day?
Someone start something. Let's get a billboard for the Clopen gals. Yeah. Let's do it. We're basically famous.
And we'll put little anxiety makes me poop in the corner
Absolutely. All right.
All right.
Have
See
a good
you guys.
one.
Bye.
Talk to you next week.